who is speaker number 2 now, and Diane Greenlee would be talking to us, and she is right now in the dynamic leadership, her level 3 elective, and the name of that project is Understanding Vocal Variety. 5 to 7 minute speech. The title of the speech is the Holidays. Diane will be delivering her third speech within level 3 of the dynamic leadership. She will be using vocal variety to help convey all the reasons she loves Christmas and the joys this time of year brings. Please help me welcome Diane.
I love Christmas. Now, I know, it isn't a unique thing to love, but it's not just about the actual holiday. Now, I'm not a religious person, and it's not even some deep meaning like it's a time of giving that makes it so special to me. Growing up with 2 younger siblings and parents that weren't especially well off, Christmas was the one time of year that they went big. My dad used to set aside money every paycheck to go into a Christmas fund. He made it such a big deal and went so all out that my sisters and I would get so excited. We'd set an alarm for 3 a.m. on Christmas morning and sneak out of our rooms to see what gifts Santa brought, since the gifts Santa brought were always the ones that weren't wrapped. We'd take a peek and then sneak back to our rooms and set a new alarm for 6 a.m., since that was the earliest our parents said that we could wake them up. As an adult, I still get that giddy feeling when the weather starts getting cooler. It's almost Christmas! The reasons why I love it have evolved, though. It's a mix between the seasons changing, the traditions I've created and maintained with my family, and now having a child of my own to share the holiday with. Now, as I said before, the time of year is one of the best things about Christmas. For starters, you can finally go outside again. Central Arizona, where I live, is so hot for so much of the year. And sometimes the only thing that gets me through months of summer hibernation, besides AC, is knowing that there's Christmas to look forward to. Our winters are also pretty mild, so there's a ton you can do outdoors during this time of year. I personally love riding my bike, rollerblading, and going on long walks. Don't forget about all of the amazing food this time of year brings. I do so much baking during this time of year, from pies, cheesecakes, cookies. I'm in foodie heaven. I also really love all of the amazing decorations and putting Santas and tinsel everywhere. We don't get snow around here, but it at least creates the vibe of winter. I also love all the terrible, cheesy Hallmark Christmas movies. They're so silly, but there's something about watching them during this time of year that is just so much fun. Now, one of the unique things about this holiday is all of the traditions. I don't have any other time of year where I have so many. For starters, I always go to the annual Christmas event in my city where they have live music, local business booths, and ornament decorating, and also, of course, Christmas pictures with Santa. There's also usually some other events going on in our city or in nearby cities, so we typically go to one or more events each weekend during the month of December. Needless to say, we are busy during this time of year. We also really love to do specific traditions around the holiday itself. My daughter and I, a couple of days before Christmas, will decorate gingerbread houses. We make sugar cookies and Oreo balls. I usually bake a couple of pies and cinnamon rolls for Christmas Day. Since my daughter was born, we've had to come up with a game plan on how we split our time with the grandparents. On Christmas Eve, we always go to my dad's, and on Christmas Day, we always go to the in-laws. Of course, on Christmas morning, the first order of business is presents, but not before 6 a.m. You better believe that 6 a.m. on the dot, my daughter bursts into our room and goes, "Mom, Dad, can we please go open presents?" this brings me to the final thing that I absolutely love about Christmas. No, not the presents, though those are nice too. It's experiencing Christmas as a child, or excuse me, Christmas as a parent. And in a sense, it's a combination of all of the previous things that I mentioned before. There are so many activities to do with my daughter and traditions to create or continue together. As thrilling as it was to experience Christmas as a child, it's so much more exciting to create that experience for my daughter and see Christmas through her eyes. There's something so full circle about having her wake me up at 6 a.m. Although now I understand why my parents set a limit for how early we could wake them up. While I loved Christmas like every other child that celebrated the holiday, what made it so special for me was how big of a deal my parents made it. I never could have imagined how much more exciting it would be to experience as a parent and as an adult in general. It is just the best time of year, and I try to make it a big deal for my daughter, even though that's a little bit more challenging since she gets spoiled all year round and not just one day a year. Between the seasons changing, the traditions I've created and continued with my daughter, and now having a child of my own to share this holiday with, there are so many reasons to love the holiday season. I think we all have seasons or times during the year that feel really special to us. I encourage you to think about what these moments are for you and why they feel so special to you. I believe that you'll find that there's a greater story there. And I think when we can identify what these moments are in our lives, they feel that much more special to us and we can better appreciate them. For me, it isn't just the season. Again, it's what the season change means, the traditions, and the memories I'm creating with my daughter. What is your season? And what are these moments for you? Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you very